Have you ever thought that your mind is a kind of battlefield, where silence and focus fight distraction and chaos? Imagine yourself in a noisy place, full of flashing lights, people talking at the same time. Now try to focus on a single task. Difficult, isn't it? This is the reality of our mind on a daily basis. We live in an era of information overload where every second a new stimulus appears to steal our attention. And what's worse, we often don't even realize we're being distracted. This happens because these stimuli act on our unconscious, creating an invisible barrier that prevents us from focusing on our tasks. But don't worry, we are not condemned to live in this constant chaos. It is possible to train our mind to become a disciplined soldier in the battle against distractions. And the best part, it's not complex at all. It's just some simple habits that we can incorporate into our daily lives to drastically increase our productivity. Before we continue, it is important to clarify that getting distracted is natural. We all have moments when our mind wanders. The problem occurs when these distractions begin to negatively affect our productivity and performance. And of course, we cannot ignore conditions like ADHD that can make this challenge even greater. But remember, the goal here is not to cure anyone, nor to devalue symptoms. I just want to share some tips that can help create an environment more conducive to focus and concentration. I promise you this will be a video full of incredible knowledge for you, so don't forget to like and subscribe. So the first point is, imagine that focus and hyperfocus are like two brothers. They may look the same, but each has its own peculiarities. Focus is like the older brother, stable and reliable. It helps you focus on a task, like studying for a test or preparing a report for work. Hyperfocus is like its younger brother, a little more unpredictable. It can appear when you are binge-watching your favorite series or playing video games, causing you to lose track of time. Despite seeming like a super skill, hyperfocus is actually a warning sign, commonly associated with attention deficit. Now imagine that you are in a garden full of butterflies, which represent all the distractions of our daily lives. Social networks, cell phone messages, TV series, games, pets, and even the smell of a cake baking in the kitchen. If you can concentrate on observing just one butterfly, congratulations, you have good focus. But if you feel like you're rushing from one butterfly to another, unable to keep up with them all, you may be facing a concentration challenge. The good news is that there are ways to improve this through strategies and techniques that can help you stay focused on the butterfly that really matters at the moment. What I want to explain to you is, you must master the art of doing one thing at a time. It is important to understand that focus and attention are like inseparable brothers. They go hand in hand, each complementing and enhancing the other. Focus is the ability to direct your attention to a single point, without allowing external distractions to take you off your path. Attention, on the other hand, is the ability to remain aware and present in the task at hand, keeping your mental energy directed towards it. Like siblings, they need to work in harmony so you can achieve maximum productivity and mental well-being. Attention allows you to stay present and engaged in the task at hand, while focus ensures you don't stray from your goal. Therefore, it is not enough to just focus on one task at a time. It is also essential to maintain full attention on what is being done. Avoid vague thoughts and ramblings that can take you out of the present moment. Practice mindfulness. Be fully engaged in the task at hand, and you will see your productivity and satisfaction increase significantly. Okay, now let's move on to the second point. We've all heard of that word, right? Procrastinate. It even seems like an elegant term, but in fact it is one of the main barriers to our productivity and personal fulfillment. Procrastination at its core is the act of putting off tasks that need to be done. And why do we do this? Because these tasks usually don't offer us immediate pleasure or are difficult or require a lot of mental effort. Instead of facing them, we end up postponing them. But the problem is, the longer we put it off, the harder it becomes to get started. And then we enter a vicious cycle of procrastination and guilt. Today, with the ease of access to quick and pleasurable entertainment, be it a funny video, a meme, a game, procrastination has become a common habit. In many cases, it's almost like a reflex. But here's the cold, hard reality. The more stimuli we have around us, the more likely we are to procrastinate. And what to do about it? How can we break this cycle and rewire our brains to resist the temptation to procrastinate? First, we need to be aware of our environment and the stimuli that surround us. Social networks, for example, are a great source of procrastination. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of these platforms are designed to keep us engaged, to make us swipe the screen over and over again. And the price we pay for this is high. According to the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, spending more than 30 minutes a day on social media can be harmful to our mental health. So what can we do? Limiting our time on these platforms can be a good start. Trying to keep your usage average to around 30 minutes to 1 hour per day can be very beneficial. And remember, it's an average. Some days may be more, some days may be less. The important thing is to maintain conscious control over the time we spend on these platforms. Ultimately, dealing with procrastination is a constant battle, but it's a battle worth fighting. Because on the other side, there is productivity, personal satisfaction, and the achievement of our goals. And that, my friend, is something worth fighting for. So, my friend, now that we've addressed the problem of procrastination and discussed some strategies to combat it, I want to share with you the incredible benefits you can reap by taking control of your life and making this change. First, I want you to imagine the following scene. You wake up in the morning and instead of picking up your smartphone and starting to scroll endlessly on social media, you get up, have a nutritious breakfast, and start your day with a task. Important. You focus on it, block out all distractions and see it through to the end. You've already achieved a victory at the beginning of the day. How it feels? I can assure you the feeling is one of triumph and satisfaction. And here's the magic. When you do this, when you dedicate yourself to accomplishing an important task at the beginning of the day, something wonderful happens. Your focus level increases drastically. Why? Because you are training your brain to focus. You are showing him that you are capable of resisting all the distractions around and dedicating yourself to a single task. And believe me, your brain is an incredible organ. He learns, he adapts, and over time he will become better and better at focusing. But wait, there's more. You know that anxiety we sometimes feel, that feeling of always rushing, always late, always having something pending. When you take control of your productivity and stop procrastinating, this anxiety begins to subside. You start to feel like you have more control over your life and your time, and that, my friend, is extremely freeing. Now let's talk about motivation. When you start to see results, when you realize that you are capable of carrying out your tasks, of facing your challenges, your motivation goes through the roof. You start to feel more confident, more capable, more motivated to face the next challenge. And that's just the beginning. By implementing these changes, by making this small change to your daily habits, you will be unlocking new potential within yourself. You will be transforming technology from an enemy into an ally. And the benefits of this are enormous. So remember, procrastination is worth fighting. It's worth investing in yourself, in your growth, in your productivity. The path is not easy, but the benefits are countless. My friend, now we come to the third point. Now it's about how to reprogram your brain. Reprogramming the mind is a powerful skill that can completely transform the way we think, feel, and act. It's as if we are updating our brain software, replacing old limiting beliefs with new positive and empowering thought patterns. Now I want to give you some examples to illustrate how we can program the mind effectively. Let's imagine that you have the desire to overcome your fear of public speaking. This fear may be limiting you in different areas of your life, whether professional or personal. To reprogram your mind around this fear, you can start by gradually exposing yourself to challenging situations, such as speaking in small groups of friends or family. Little by little, you will realize that you are able to deal with these situations and feel increasingly confident. Additionally, you can use visualization techniques, imagining yourself speaking in public safely and successfully. This constant practice will reprogram your mind to believe in your ability to speak in public with confidence. Another example is programming the mind for financial prosperity. If you have limiting beliefs about money, such as the idea that it is difficult to make money or that you are not worthy of wealth, it is essential to reprogram these thought patterns. You can start by changing your language and thoughts around money, replacing negative affirmations with positive, abundant affirmations, such as, "I am worthy of all the prosperity the universe has to offer," or "I attract money and financial opportunities into my life." My life. These are just a few examples of how we can program our minds to achieve our goals and live a full and prosperous life. The process of mental reprogramming requires constant practice and discipline. but the results are surprising. Remember that you have the power to shape your mind and create the reality you want. When you dedicate yourself to reprogramming your mind in a positive way, you will be opening doors to a bright future full of possibilities. And achieve success in the year 2024, and the consequence of this is becoming a millionaire. Now, one more important point: self-knowledge. My friend, knowing our strengths and working to improve them is essential for our personal growth and fulfillment. Self-knowledge allows us to identify what our natural abilities are, what we are good at, and helps us direct our efforts towards what will bring us positive results. When we know our strengths, we can use them strategically in our personal and professional lives. Imagine that you discover that you are a very organized and detail-oriented person. This skill can be highly valued in different contexts, such as project management or carrying out complex tasks. When you recognize this strength, you can dedicate yourself to improving these skills even further, seeking courses, books, or mentoring that contribute to your development in this area. Another example is communication. If you find it easy to express yourself and convey ideas clearly and convincingly, this is a valuable skill that can open doors in different areas of your life. Once you recognize this strength, you can look for opportunities to improve your communication skills, such as participating in debate groups, public speaking courses, or even volunteering to speak at local events. This way, you will be leveraging your strengths and increasing your chances of success. In addition to identifying our strengths, it is also important to recognize our areas for improvement. Nobody is perfect, and we all have aspects in which we can develop. By being aware of these areas, we can direct our efforts to improve them and achieve greater balance in our personal development. If you identify that you have difficulty dealing with stress, you can seek out emotional management techniques and relaxation practices to deal with everyday pressures in a healthier way. Or if you realize that your leadership skills need to be improved, you can look for courses or workshops that address the topic and practice leadership in projects or volunteer activities. Self-knowledge allows us to chart a path of personal and professional growth aligned with our values, interests, and skills. By knowing ourselves, we are able to make more assertive decisions, take advantage of our strengths, and constantly seek improvement. Continue dedicating yourself to your self-development, and you will reap the rewards of a path built with awareness and purpose. My friend, before we close, I want to ask you a very important question. Do you believe you can become a successful person in the year 2024? Keep in mind that believing in yourself is the first step to achieving great achievements. So leave a comment with the following phrase: "I will achieve success." Believe me, my friend, this simple statement can be the beginning of an incredible journey towards your goals. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to follow more content like this. I'm here to support you in your quest for success.